Hey, I'm Rad Max and welcome to the blog. Well, a great big friendly rad welcome to you. Here on the blog today, it's a candid heart to heart. We're bringing back the curtains and we're sharing with you our biggest project yet, and we believe you're gonna love it. Also in the video, we're sharing the dream and the vision for RAD and what can be achieved right across Australia and America as the RAD movement and all our groundswell of hard work continues to build. We're also celebrating the massive success of the April edition Ultimate Performance Workbooks, boosting the happiness, the confidence, and teaching our A-team riders the hidden power of gratitude. Now, struggles and challenges for each and every one of us are a very real part of our journey, and it's fair to say that in many cases, challenges and struggles are what position us as the people we are here today. And as the video kicks off, I'd like to share with you two major challenge, struggle milestones in my life that steered my direction and brought me to where I am today speaking to you. So at the age of 19, whilst living and racing motocross in Southeast Asia, unfortunately, I became addicted to drugs. And it's awful, and I'm not proud of it. But over there at the time, I was winning a couple of races. I was riding well. And at these races where I won, I went to parties. And at the age of 19, I was impressionable. And at these parties, there were drugs. And without a doubt, it was negative peer association that dragged me down the wrong path. And the result was drug addiction. Now, the positive of all of that was that it led me to my first self-help development book by Jim Rohn. And I read this book, and it was very quickly clear to me that I could use these tools and these teachings to beat this awful drug addiction because, it cost me. I lost a lot. And so as I read the book, I just absolutely became fascinated by the realization that I could not only beat my drug addiction, I could master it for life. And this is exactly what I've done. I became an avid learner for all things self-development and empowerment, and I just went on this absolutely amazing journey, starting as a 19-year-old young man, going on to achieve certification, building RAD, creating the Ride Against Drugs icon, and doing everything that we achieved, going to dizzying heights with RAD. The second milestone that affected me in my life was a career-ending motorcycle stunt crash, and the multiple injuries throughout my body were pretty heavy. But the problem was nerve damage in this left arm, which left me unable to hold a pen and no strength, and it was a permanent, potentially a permanent injury. So it was these same self-development techniques that I'd learnt at 19 and continually had developed right through a 16-year career, pioneering my own teachings and writing my own way. And I was so fortunate that with RAD, I was able to help and mentor and teach so many riders across freestyle motocross and supercross, with some of those riders having gone on to become international stars. And so the journey for me was all encompassing with self-development, but come 2002, when I had this really heavy duty stunt crash, my body was broken. And what also came in there was serious fear. And I had to not only beat that fear, but replace it with courage, confidence, clarity, and a complete set of correct performance habits ranging from my nutrition to my physical training, but it was predominantly about the correct mental thought pattern habits. And not only did I overcome that injury, I can proudly say that I returned far stronger than before the injury. So I share that with you because we all have milestones and challenges that shape who we are today. Okay, the biggest project yet. What is it? It's the Allegiance to the Community Rad Park. Now, it's a dream at the moment, and I'm sharing it with you because whether you're a young rider going for your first club night win, or a more advanced rider hunting down your first state or national championship, or a pro rider looking to acquire corporate ambassadorial roles and build this into your career, or even a corporate professional looking to boost your motivation and your clarity and your reason. The techniques and the teachings and the disciplines we have at RAD are exactly what I must now implement upon myself to go bring this amazing opportunity into fruition. And I'm sharing it with you. I'm putting it out there, I'm putting the RAD name on it, and we must go make this happen. I believe the young people deserve it. And through the RAD teachings, the RAD disciplines, all the things that A-Team is built on, we're going to go make this reality. So what is the Allegiance to the Community Rad Park? Well, it's a central hub that builds goodwill, spirit. But it's a solution for large land developers where they could put this thing inside their estate and position themselves as the absolute industry leader for community space development. And what it's doing is positively engaging and fixing some very serious problems that do exist, not all the time, but they do exist in all sorts of communities, ranging from disengagement of the local youth, to drugs, to drug dealing, to drug addiction, drug use, to loneliness, to social media bullying and anxiety. There's a range of problems facing the young people today, and it's the complete young demographic. The Allegiance to the Community Rad Park is a way for these large land developers to be the positive shining light. And we are super proud and super excited because our massive body of work, and so many of you here watching today have been absolutely with us on the front line, achieving the most, well, what do you want to call it? Inspirational transformation change in some really rough, downtrodden skate parks where the young people rise up and they just become absolute inspirations. And I consider their attitude and their willingness to be more brilliant. And I believe we're in good hands for the future. So the Community Rad Park, the Allegiance to the Community Rad Park, is on a downhill sloping piece of dirt. In the centre of the estate, it's the showcase, it's the showpiece. And it's the buzzing, happening place to be for the young people. And it's a BMX track, it's dirt trails, it's a downhill scooter run. And the best one, arguably, would be a very specific downhill custom-made electric skateboard track. Could you imagine the hipsters coming from Brisbane and everywhere to ride the only track of its kind in Australia? And so this is all in a beautiful facility, groomed and gardened, but the young people have consistent full-time roles, building the jumps, maintaining the jumps, designing the shows, running the shows, pulling the shows down. There's full-time mentoring, teaching the RAD way, the RAD techniques, the RAD disciplines. And all backed by the championship winning brand, out front winning championships and creating that number one brand status for RAD, the Ride Against Drugs. It's the popularity of it. And these young people in the estate, just like all the skate park work we've done, these young people choose to believe in RAD. They choose to make RAD their brand. And that is the power. There's the magic. And so this is our latest project, and we are laser focused on it. And we will go build this, the Allegiance to the Community Rad Park. And I can't wait to share it with you and to have you with me as we bring this very needed and community beneficial, goodwill, spirit building facility to fruition. Okay, A-Team celebrating the massive success of the April edition Ultimate Performance Workbooks. So happy with the outcome and where we're heading now into May, June and July. The writing is flowing. I'm absolutely relishing my time where I get to write and just continually developing our teachings. So with the A-Team Ultimate Performance Workbooks, they're exclusively available to our A-Team riders. And what they are is they're jam-packed full of fun, interactive learning exercises that are also capped and built by positively framed challenges. And so there's heaps of colouring in, but there's some research and there's questions that very much require our A-Team riders to think. They've got to slow it down. And what some of these exercises are doing, other than developing confidence and happiness and purpose, is it's teaching them to firstly identify the feeling itself. The feeling that comes with doing a goodwill, helping mum do the dishes, packing the BMX bikes into the car without being asked, and doing it properly. Thinking, taking care, taking responsibility as an A-Team leader in the community. So how the A-Team books work is we have 12 books for the year, and our A-Team riders receive a book every month free of charge. It's part of their exclusive position on A-Team here at RAD. And when successfully completing that book, and upon presenting it at the race facility, at the next big race, if successfully completed, our riders then receive that month's sponsored reward. And as so many of you saw, in April it was the hot pink A-Team jerseys, the royal blue, gold and white AA, and the AAA hot red. And we presented those jerseys on the day. And we are super excited that these Ultimate Performance Workbooks are having such a profound positive effect on our riders. If you're a mum or dad and you're looking for tools or programs or ways to connect more with your children, we encourage you to hit the link below, and we'd love to help you achieve that. And in the process of all of it, to build more young RAD leaders out in the community, living full, purposeful lives where they understand the power of being thankful and understand the feelings that come with goodwill and good spirit. That's A-Team. Young, fast and free. Back. Okay, the dream and the vision for RAD. There's three major dreams and visions that I hold on to and work towards. But the dream and the vision for RAD is threefold. One is to build and position further RAD heroes out on a global stage competing for championships here in Australia and all across America, proudly positive peer mentoring a drug-free way of life, representing the brand that they love, the brand that they choose to believe in. Creating that goodwill, that public profile of excitement and energy and reward as they go about living the most incredibly fulfilled lives where they've been raised up and equipped and empowered with the RAD teachings, the techniques and our programs. The second dream is to build multiple RAD ride park facilities that save lives, that protect, mentor and educate those in need. That's the second dream. And the third dream is to provide parents all over Australia and America with the RAD series of programs and books and videos that give them a way and a means to connect with their children in a euphoric, inspired sense. A magical space, if you like. Because I believe that's what RAD achieves. Because when that young person chooses to believe in the RAD brand, which is spearheaded by the RAD heroes out the front, that young person has made the choice. They're now willing, they're now open to the teachings, they're now inspired. And they are now experiencing the goodwill and the spirit. And this is the opportunity now where parents can unite with their child, living the same teachings, the same disciplines, and the same ideologies, experiencing that same inspiration, that same happiness and love for life. And through the programs and the teachings, what we do is we show the child and the mum and the dad how to unite and to work on projects in unison. They are the 3 dreams for RAD. Okay, so the next blog video, we would love to have you back. Thank you for the opportunity of allowing us to share all of this exciting news and progress with you. Stay tuned, and on Facebook and Instagram we'll let you know as soon as that next blog video is ready. And what it's going to be about is sharing with you the RAD tips and teachings to organically show you such harmonious and exciting ways to boost motivation, to bring back absolute clarity, happiness and purpose. And whether it's for the young, it's for teenagers, young adults, but also for adults or corporate professionals. Hope, purpose and plenty of grit. We are RAD, young, fast and free. Stay the positive power, be the inspiration, and we'll see you at the skate park, the dirt trail or the racetrack real soon. Ride RAD. Welcome to the blog.